Alright, so here we are on the bench with a Gorgar MPU and driver board. This set was a little much. Not sure what the previous history was on this thing, but this set was just not in good shape whatsoever. So basically we'll start out with all the 0.156 headers have been replaced. The power input filter capacitor. We've got a new crystal. We've got a new CPU. We've got a new PIA. We've got, actually this we were able to save. We did have a little bit of alkaline damage that stretched up here, but we did have to replace the, what is this, a 74LS02. And we combined the ROMs here, or no, I'm sorry, did we have, I can't recall if we combined the ROMs or not. It's been quite a bit of a roller coaster over here, but anyways, we ended up getting the board booting, but we were missing individual segments, and we were not able to enter into the adjustments or audits, whatever you want to call it. And what that ended up being was a bad 4071 here. And I've also installed MD RAM, as well as replaced all the sockets there on the board. Driver board, we replaced the 40-pin interconnect, obviously both male and female. And we had some 4.7K resistors that were corroded here on the driver board. And also had two bad PIAs here on the driver board. And then over here in the special solenoids, we had two bad TIP 102s, as well as the two N4401s to go with. And then down in the regular solenoids, we just had the one TIP 102 here, but we have replaced all of the 0.156 headers here on the board as well, and replaced the power input filter. Looks like we've got a TIP 31C here. This might be a 40. I can't remember which one's the 41 or 42 and the 31. Either way, we had a total of 3 transistors here in the lamp matrix that needed to be swapped out. We had, I believe it was no column 5, or no, sorry, no row 5, and then columns 6, 7, and 8. It might have actually been 5, 6, 7, and 8 that were locked on, which resulted in a bad 7408 here that I need to mark. But I've also got all brand new 27 ohm resistors here on the board, and also swapped out the resistors here, the switch matrix for the 0 ohm resistors, as well as had to replace a bad, what is this, goodness, these are so hard to read. 7406 here, and the switch matrix here on the driver board. Like I said, quite a bit. This thing was definitely not in good shape whenever it came in, but I can tell you now that everything is working 100% how it's supposed to, and that is the coin lockout that you see with the LED that is locked on. Go ahead and get this thing entered into test. So first test is going to be displays, and next test is all lamps. As you can see, those are all working correctly. And over into the solenoids. I need to go through and clear off my test rigs here. I've got so many just older tester ICs and everything else sitting on here, so. But the coin lockout, we'll let that go back through, and we'll catch that there at the end. But here are all the special solenoids, so slingshots, pop bumpers, all that great stuff there. And the coin lockout should pulsate now there, as you saw. And the last test here on the board is going to be the switch test. And so this here, we're just moving through diagonally, testing both rows and columns here. And the last switch, excuse me, that reports here in Gorgar is going to be switch 44 there. So that is everything up and running 100% once again. And this here we can set to free play by setting this to 00 on adjustment 18. And so in return, when doing so, on the System 6 boards at least, the 3 through 6, the coin lockout will actually no longer energize. But on the System 7s, Williams changed something in the flipper hardware that still activates that flipper lock, or the coin lockout there. But like I said, everything is 100% good to go. Thank you so much.